Filming? Hi, my name is Dawn Dobler, and this is my persuasive speech video. I'm going to now pan through the audience. I'm guessing you're working, right?
Where's Gavin? We don't have Gavin.
I think we have 9 people, though, yeah?
Do we?
I hope so.
Oh, we do. I guess we don't need him, huh?
Okay, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, one sunny afternoon, 2 young men were walking alongside the highway after their car broke down, and when a car careened off the highway and hit them and hospitalized everybody involved. And then when the young man awoke, the young man finds out that his twin brother was killed tragically in this accident. The mother of them was my co-worker Madeline, and I can't imagine the pain and the rage that Madeline must have felt, or the entire family felt, finding out that the man that hit and killed her son was actually on his 7th DUI. It was his 7th DUI conviction. What I'm proposing today is that the federal government mandate, as part of a DUI conviction, a ignition interlock system be installed on all cars when anybody's had 3 or more convictions of DUI. I think it needs, just the way the federal government has stepped in to mandate a minimum drinking age, the federal government needs to take control of installing ignition interlocks in all cars of people that have had DUI convictions of 3 or more. It needs to be a nationwide thing, not a state-to-state thing. This is something that I have dealt with my entire life because my father has had at least 37 DUI convictions and has never had to install an ignition interlock system, obviously. So this is something that I have had experience with my entire life. It's something that the federal government needs to step in and take control of, and it's something that works. It's proven that it works. We must remember that Americans drive billions of miles every day, and a lot of times there's probably somebody driving along next to us that's driving drunk. There are drunk drivers everywhere. If you're not familiar with it, what ignition interlock systems are, it's a device that is installed on the ignition of the car, and the driver is required to inhale, it's sort of like a breathalyzer, inhale a breath sample, and if alcohol levels are where they need to be, the car is then able to start up. The Lifesaver website says Lifesaver is a manufacturer of ignition interlock systems. The Lifesaver website states that 90% of the people that graduate from the ignition interlock system go on and don't receive more DUI convictions after that. Many people avoid getting additional DUI convictions by moving out of state, move to another state. That way they don't have to face charges and whatnot. But this is something that needs to be nationwide, just controlled, federally mandated by the government. Ignition interlocks would stop drunk driving tragedies in their wheels. At least 27 people die every day related to drunk driving accidents. The National Highway Safety Administration says that every 2 minutes somebody is injured from a drunk driving crash. In our lifetime, 2 out of 3 people will be involved in a DUI crash. Jim Fell of the Department of Transportation, in a study that he did, said that 1/3 of all drunk driving convictions are repeat offenders. The American Journal of Public Health, Peck, Wilson, and Sutton did a study that 50 to 70% of drunk driving convictions are repeat offenders. What we do right now is suspend driver's licenses, and it does not work because people just continue to drive around on a suspended driver's license. I don't know how many of you have seen Cops, but I'm sure you've see usually when they're arresting a drunk, he's driving without a license. Now, if he'd had an ignition interlock system, he wouldn't have made it on the cops' television channel. The solution is not to suspend driver's licenses. The solution is to have ignition interlocks installed on cars. The MAD website states that, that's Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, the website states that 25 states are already requiring ignition interlock systems. And in those 25 states, they've already prevented 1.77 million DUIs by using the ignition interlock systems. Imagine the numbers if every state was required to use it, state by state, and have it mandated, automatic. It'd be a very large number. My own father has stated that he wished that he had had an ignition interlock installed on his car for what it would have done for his family and for what he could have been for them. In conclusion today, I'd like to just state again that suspending driver's licenses does not work. We need to just automatically have ignition interlocks installed on cars, and if it were done that way, Madeline's son would still be alive today. My father, tragically, he's retired now, doesn't drink anymore, but he had a car accident drunk driving and put himself into a coma for 3 months, so now he's permanently disabled. His life would be different right now if he'd had an ignition interlock. Everyone makes mistakes. You know, 1 drunk driving, 2 drunk driving, you know, but the third time you get a drunk driving, we need to have an ignition interlock system and not a suspended driver's license. It needs to be a state-to-state thing. It needs to be nationwide. And it just needs to be something that the federal government takes control of, the same way it stepped in to establish the minimum drinking age. The government needs to establish a system where ignition interlocks are installed on every car. Once you've had a couple of DUIs, then you've proven you need to keep an ignition interlock system. And it just needs to be something that needs to happen to keep Americans safe. All right, thank you very much. Okay, here is the audience one more time. And I'm now going to show my note cards.
I've never heard of that. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Okay, once again, my name is Dawn Dobler. Thank you.